And welcome back. Our next guest is Mike Hurley with Cleveland Video Pro. Mike, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Steve.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So born and raised in Cleveland.
Okay.
My family and I actually live in North Royalton with our two sons, my wife
Nice.
and I. And so we've been there for a few years, and huge Cleveland sports fan.
All right.
Yeah, so it's an exciting time with the Browns, especially.
Absolutely.
This season coming up. But I mean, I've always been kind of had that artistic bone in my body.
Okay.
And I share my passion through video. And
so speaking of that, tell us a little bit about your business.
yeah, so my business is I'm known as the Cleveland Video Pro, kind of self-pronounced or self-recognized, if you want to go with that. But I really focus my efforts on helping the small business, like small to medium-sized businesses, with their video production. And it's a kind of a point where a lot of companies overlook, I feel like.
Sure.
Mainly because they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
A lot of small business owners wear a whole bunch of different hats, and video kind of gets pushed to the side. But in all honesty, the world and the environment that we live in, social media, excuse me, social media and like the marketing environment, video is so necessary.
Yeah.
Not only for your website, but for your Facebook account, your Instagram, all that stuff.
Absolutely. How did you get involved?
So kind of going back to high school, I needed an extra elective credit, and I decided to take up photography. And that's kind of where I got the ball rolling. I started doing different events and weddings and things like that. And over the years, it just kind of progressed into video. With the change of DSLR cameras and the technology just changing, it kind of piqued my interest. And I shifted my focus over to video, and about the last 6 years I've been kind of focusing my efforts on that social media and kind of marketing side of the video world, if you will.
So what are all the services and products you offer?
Yeah, I try not to do a whole bunch of things. I really try to kind of focus and pinpoint on a couple different aspects. The easiest thing and the greatest place that I tell clients to get started is I offer a video asset audit program.
What's that?
So it's a program. We jump on a Zoom call. We can even sit down at your office or something and just go through all of your video assets. A lot of companies don't have any, or they have very little.
Sure.
So I can kind of go in and look and see what's there already, see what's working, and build like a plan around what videos to create, and give the tools and some resources where they can start creating them themselves, or they can bring me on to kind of facilitate that and make it happen.
So you guide them down the path, because someone like myself, you know, I know video is definitely a necessity for small businesses today, but I don't know how to get started. You help guide that path?
Definitely, yeah. And it's a big kind of undertaking, if you will. A lot of people have that perception, but it's super easy. Once you get started, just like anything, getting started is the hardest part.
Sure.
And as you continue to do it, the repetition, it starts to get easier and easier. And then before you know it, you're kind of like, it's second nature. So,
do you edit the videos for them too?
Yeah, I have a team where I can edit them, kind of get all those pieces, parts. There's a whole bunch of different styles and edits and little videos that you need for Facebook and for Instagram. Things are different across each platform.
Sure.
But they all lead back to your website. So the main goal is to put those little pieces of micro content, those 15-second, 30-second pieces out into the social media world, and direct them all back to your website. So then people that are watching it they're like, oh, who's this Steve guy? I'm going to watch this 30-second video, and then sends it back to your website. They can learn more about you, what you do, and all that stuff.
So what would you say your competitive edge is?
I would say my competitive edge is just being very hands-on with the business owner, with the marketing team that hires me on and is looking for that guidance. I've got years of experience creating these videos. I've worked for a couple different companies in this capacity.
Yeah.
And I saw a need for a resource like me where I can come in and kind of almost be a consultant as well as a producer of the content, where I can come in with all my video equipment and do kind of like an interview style like this and create those video pieces for YouTube, for website and all.
You're basically taking the marketing hat off these small business owners and taking the lead on it for them.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say the whole marketing. I mean, I don't know all the marketing tactics.
Okay.
My focus is just on the video aspect. So creating those videos for a product or for a service, and really helping implement them in the different avenues or
that's really cool stuff, and trust me, I believe there's a major need for this.
Definitely.
And I got one last question. So you're a relatively newer chamber member.
I am.
What's
yes.
the best part of being a part of our chamber?
So my favorite part is there's a lot of different businesses, and I've met a whole bunch of different people. I've been a chamber member for a couple months now, and just being able to meet all the different business owners and seeing all the different community involvement and things that are here. So
that's awesome.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, glad to have you here, and thanks again.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Cool.
And we'll be right back.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.